All right, we are live, fashionably late as always, but we are here. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the Jeffrey E. Epstein uh, Shark Sanctuary Memorial Island. I'm sorry if I sound a little spacey because I barely got any sleep last night because of Mew shenanigans. And after
Basic
we get
didn't the Mew basically chase a massive insect into
yes,
your room?
yes. So I
To
got
say that to
so I
stay
have
there?
so I have like shut up, fat man. Let me tell the
Alright,
story.
alright.
So essentially, I have like a new roommate. I believe it was Thursday night. The little retarded Mew decided to chase a moth the size of a small bird into my room, and it has yet to leave or die. So now I'm dealing with that. All it really does is just like sit on the curtain. Well, first it was like on the window that faces the street. Now it's on the window that faces like the driveway of where I live, and it's like snuggled in one of the folds, and yeah.
And looking at the size of that thing, because I've seen the pictures, I think it's possible that it will outlive you.
Most likely.
It's like it doesn't look like a moth. It looks like a fucking bat.
I know when I showed it on Facebook, my grandma thought it was a bat. At first, she's like, "Oh, be careful, you might get rabies." I'm like, "No, no, grandma, it's a moth, a giant as hell moth that won't leave my room because it owns the place now." So I guess if that's the case, maybe I should tell my landlord uh that the moth is in charge of the rent now.
May I do the joke? I'm gonna do the joke.
Fine, do the joke.
It's not just a moth. It's a behemoth.
But
Got it? Got it? Because it's a moth, but it's really big, so it's a behemoth. Okay,
Well, if it's
cricket.
so big and it's gonna be your roommate, you should give it a name.
definitely.
Mm,
You can call it Betty.
I don't know what its gender is.
Uh,
And if there's something that you should never do, that is misgendering a moth. They get really fucking angry when someone misgenders them.
well, Twitter already say that you can misgender people and nothing is gonna happen to you.
Yeah, we'll get to that. But
I know.
Canellis, how are things with you?
Things are fine. Things are fine. I've been busy this couple of days. I went to a dinosaur exhibit here in Basque Country, and it was depressing
Why?
because it was like really small, and the dinosaurs were like rubbery, and there were fucking dragons in it. Someone thought that putting dragons in it would be a good idea, and the fucking kids were like touching the things and like fucking with the animatronics, and the parents wouldn't say anything to them.
Hmm.
And I don't know. I thought that was depressing. I had to
Well,
get out of there.
that's Hispanic children for you.
That is Spanish. Spanish chill. Well, I guess it's yeah. We should apologize to South American countries for importing our own brand of stupidity.
Well, it's incredible because you might think that the kids will be more stupid here, but actually, when you take them to museums, they actually behave.
Oh shit!
Hmm.
So South Americans are superior to
Yeah, I,
Spaniards.
I haven't been to a I haven't really been to a museum yet. I mean, I've been to the 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 Pachacamac site, but there were no kids that day. But at the mall, oh, those little hellions are like running around, like,
I'm sure that's the exact noise they made.
yep. But luckily, on Easter Saturday when I saw the Mario movie, a lot of them were the ones that were in the theater were well behaved and weren't like screaming and being obnoxious, at least. So, what about you, Mega? How are things?
It has been a very nice week. I went to see John Wick 4. The commissions have been coming out nicely. I have been told that I'm gonna get a commission of almost $1,000 next week.
Damn.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh shit!
Yeah, someone's fucking around on a motorcycle outside.
Can you shoot them like do in Mexico?
Uh, yes and no.
Oh,
What about throw them a stone?
yeah, you can do that too. We do it in
I don't.
Spain since they don't allow
I
some.
don't have a stone nearby me.
You need to be like Homer Simpson and have a pocket full of stones ready to throw at people.
Everybody
Yeah.
should have a pocket full of stones ready for all times.
Also, I'm kind of depressed. None of our friends are here.
Yeah, where are they, man?
Yeah, where's Paulo the Porch Goose and
Oh yeah,
Hervoya the Croak Goat
the Goat Goat or Hero shitload of
or,
numbers. I
or,
never
or
remember.
Hero Numbers Able or even Bianca fights the zombies. Where are you,
You know,
Banaka?
I like Binaga. He's one of the most clairvoyant, if that's how we say it in English, YouTubers out there. Like he can see clearly through the bullshit. I like that guy.
Well, you're all losers and you're all getting demoted and your PPs will be smallified.
Yes, with science.
Because you know in the chat if you participate in the chat you have like a big peepee, but now you do not anymore. It's micro penis time. Zap zap.
So that means you also have a big peepee.
And what?
You also have a big peepee.
Yes,
I know it.
I have a gigantic force cock. Yes, I have a
Yes.
gigantic force cock that I can barely restrain in my adorable little girly panties.
That's not really your love handles. That's just you wrapping your cock around your waist because it's the only way to go around with it. It's like like Goku with his tail.
That's
Yeah.
what I was gonna say.
No.
I'm not fat, okay? That's just my dick wrapped around my waist.
Oh yeah, I know that joke.
Oh yeah.
Really? I thought I was the one who came up with it. Oh,
No, there is a YouTuber called El Escorpión Dorado.
fuck that guy. I came up with the joke first. I'm gonna
He mentioned
fuck him
that
up.
joke on one
I'm gonna fuck him
occasion.
up.
He said, "No, I'm not fat. It's my penis, which is around my belly."
God damn it.
Anyways. Well, um, let's.
Ooh.
Sorry. No. It's not the moth attacking me. No, the moth is still sequestered in its little curtain nest that it made. I'm just yelling at my yarn because I'm
Or
trying to make Yoshi spikes.
you know what you can do, Jess? You can get a
What?
slingshot, and throw it at stone to the moth.
Do you wanna kill it though? I would feel kind of bad. I don't know.
I don't know if I killed it, it would probably no. If I threw something at it, it'll probably get even more angry. I mean, I tried shaking the curtain, wouldn't move, and then I tried poking with a broom, and it still didn't move. So now, now it's in a different area and doesn't want to go anywhere. Because today I saved like one of my containers that I get lunch in, to try to trap it, but it moved all the way up to the top of the curtain, and we all know that I'm short, but I still got a big cock.
You should have tried to
Oh,
use your cock as a, a stick, like those guys in the Olympics when they jump around. I need to look up that.
like a pole vaulter.
Yeah, Paul.
Nah.
Yeah, yeah. Use that. Use your dick in such a fashion. Like in
I don't
Tremors,
know.
when Kevin Bacon and Fred Ward and the chick are jumping from one rock to the other, trying to avoid the graboids.
I know. But I
That's
don't
how
want.
you
I don't
shoot
want
with
to.
your
I don't
dick.
want to. I could break my dick.
Mm, very-
Anyways,
Anyway,
let's get to it. I should stop. I should stop saying that. But Midnight isn't here to admonish me. So breaking charges against Alec Baldwin dropped in fatal shit. I fucked that up. Let's start this again. Breaking charges against Alex Baldwin dropped in fatal shooting death of Helena Hutchins. Helena Hutchins, however
wow,
you
that's
her
a
name.
shocker.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm
From Post
shocked.
Millennial, Alec Baldwin has dodged a legal bullet in the Helena Hutchins death case. The Emmy-winning actor will not be facing involuntary manslaughter claims in the mini trial scheduled to begin in New Mexico in less than 2 weeks. Apparently, these special prosecutors, Carrie Morrissey and Jason Lewis, um, are expected to file paperwork soon to dismiss the charges without prejudice, and it means that even though that the charges are dropped for now, the case could be reopened in the future as the investigation continues. Um, Hannah Gutierrez Reed, the co-defendant and the armor on Rust, still faces charges, keeping the investigation open and giving prosecutors the power to subpoena going forward. And previously, um, they uh, they pled not guilty. So, what do you think, gentlemen?
Well, I think Alec Baldwin is going back to shooting.
Yeah,
He's
actually.
going back to shooting. Am I right? Man, I'm feeling funny tonight.
As
Makes
I
me
said, you
makes me wonder what would have happened if Alec Baldwin was the one who shot Brandon Lee.
That's a good question.
mm,
Yeah.
Actually, I think the actor who shot Brandon Lee didn't face charges, right?
No, because it was an accident.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So yeah, I mean, legally, I understand that Baldwin. I don't like Baldwin. I think he's an asshole. Even though I just saw a Spanish movie that had him as a villain, the 50th installment of the Torrente series. Are you familiar, Imega, with the Torrente movies?
No, but based on what I hear before entering the green room, it's like Doctor Who.
Well, that's me being retarded. That's I think that's the Torrente movies will be like the Spanish equivalent of El Santo movies in Mexico, or
Okay.
or Doctor Who. It's about the original movie. I think it's from 1998. I remember I was in high school, and it's like it's a brilliant movie series. In so as in so much as they're trash, but they're trash made by smart people who know their audience. So they're made for like the lowest common denominator in the Spanish audience, but they're actually very well made.
ah,
And
so they're like the Lethal Weapon movies, but dumber.
yeah, they're like Lethal Weapon, except extremely retarded. But it's the first movie is about this down on his luck policeman called Jose Luis Torrente, who's really fucking. He's a low life. He's the lowest of the low. He's like a caricature of a Spanish right wing guy, fat, bald. Uh, and he goes like in the first movie, he accidentally discovers a drug selling scheme in the local Chinese restaurant, and he enlists the help of a bunch of like extremely well portrayed Spanish lowlifes the Torrente movies are fucking masterpieces because they portray what's bad about Spain so well, and it's made for that section of the Spanish population. So they're like a strange phenomenon. So basically, this guy Santiago Segura, he was the metalhead in Day of the
Oh,
Beast.
yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's the director, he's writer, director, and main actor. He plays Torrente, and he
Okay.
basically he's a fucking, I'm not gonna say a con artist, but pretty close. I actually respect the guy, and he's able to talk anyone, and I mean anyone on the face of the planet, to appear in his fucking movies, like for free. And he has like he's been able to recruit people like Oliver Stone, Guillermo del Toro.
Sweet.
Okay.
This is the fifth movie. Alec Baldwin plays the bad guy. Like, don't ask me how he got to meet Alec Baldwin, but he apparently worked his Santiago Segura magic and was able to have him signed for to play the bad guy in the movie. Yeah, he's actually pretty good in it. So one of these days we have to like, I don't know if they're in English. I hope they are in English. They have like an English subtitle track, and we should totally watch them because holy shit, man.
Okay.
Watch a Torrente movies. That's all I'm saying.
The ones that I have been rewatching is the Matrix movies, and the fight between Neon and the Merovingian men is still pretty damn cool. It holds good to these days.
The Do they actually fight Neo and the Merovingian at some point?
No, the Merovingian man.
Oh, okay, yeah, the chateau fight.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I mean, the second movie was pretty good, except well, it wasn't good. It could have been better, but I think they had written like a much better screenplay, but they have to like completely rewrite it after 9/11 because it was about like
Oh yeah, of
blowing
course.
up, yeah, blowing up buildings, and like terrorists were the good guys. So like they had to come up with something like really fast, and I think it shows.
That
Yeah.
explains a lot.
Since I don't really have anything much to say on the whole Alec Baldwin thing. Is
I was gonna say I got completely distracted talking about the Torrente movies, and I apologize because
was it wasn't it?
that's
It's
how my Asperger's brain works. I was just saying that I don't like Alec Baldwin. I think he's an asshole, but I understand that he's not to blame. Like he's an actor. He does what he's told.
yeah.
Like somebody told him, take this gun,
Shoot
point
this
it at the
woman.
yeah, shoot this woman. Like I mean that's what happened. Like just shoot this woman, see what happens. Okay, oh shit, I killed her.
Hmm.
I was just doing what I was told. Like yes,
Reminds me
yeah.
of that South Park episode in which Alec Baldwin says, "I'm not racist. My thumbs are racist. They're the ones who tweet all that racist shit that I put on Twitter. So I'm gonna get rid of it, of them." And he's just even how he cuts his thumb. So probably he's gonna say next time, "I'm not a murderer. My fingers, my index fingers are
My index
murderers.
fingers is the one who
So I'm gonna cut them off."
I'm gonna cut my index finger.
Nice.
I
Hmm.
hope a bunch of Negroes rape you. That Alec Baldwin or was that Mel Gibson? I mixed the two of them.
No, no,
I
no.
When
It
think
it
was
comes
that's
to
Mel
racist tirades,
Gibson.
Mel Gibson. Yeah, okay. Like, I hope you get raped by a bunch of N words. I think that was Mel Gibson.
All right. Speaking of epic trolling,
I just wanted to say that I think the one who's to blame is Hannah Gutierrez Reed because she was the
yeah.
one who was in charge of making it sure that nobody got killed, and she was the one who got caught blinking with the same prop guns that were supposed to be used in the movie. I think she's the one who needs to be investigated. That's it.
Um and like our angry little leprechaun says, she was a diversity hire.
Yeah,
that's right.
she was I think she was both a diversity hire and slash a nepo baby because she's
Hmm.
the daughter of some famous, I don't know his name, but like a famous Hollywood armorer.
Hmm.
Yeah, and you think like the dad would the
Excuse
dad
me, I think this is
would go fuck himself.
yeah.
Tell Buffalo Kim to go fuck himself. All right, because it's showtime. All right. Next on the yes, next. Speaking of trolling, oops, Elon Musk appears to troll Twitter users who complain about being given blue check marks for free. Here he is, old Musky.
I can smell his musk from here.
Elon Musk is giving out free blue check marks to some who complain about Twitter Blue. He gave some to users who have been vocal about blocking others who now pay for verification. Lil Nas X and Bette Miller are among celebrities who have said they didn't pay for Twitter Blue. So, Elon Musk trolling Twitter users who complain about getting blue checks. This guy, Paul Krugman, who's an economist for the New York Times, said that his blue check mark reappeared, and Elon Musk replied with a picture of this screaming dirty baby.
He's not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Musk needs to change his blue check mark to a blue shield because he technically is the admin of Twitter. He can decide what happens in this fucking platform
Uh-huh.
because he has the blueprint, but he needs to have something more imposing, in my opinion. I will do that.
He needs a fucking blue bald eagle.
Now he needs blue balls.
no, because, no, because the blue balls will mean that he's not having enough sex.
Even if they're big. What else?
I think that only makes it worse if your balls are blue and big.
Yeah,
That's a bad sign.
yeah, that
Yeah.
means that nobody's giving you attention down there.
Inseminate something at once, young man.
Even if it's a pillow or a sock.
Doesn't really matter. It's just about relieving your swollen testicles, or should I say testicules?
Testicles. Shout out to Bill Mosley.
Bill Mosley, living legend, Bill Mosley.
The billionaire also appeared to make light of this situation by replying, a troll, me, when the account Twitter Daily News shared screenshots of users who'd backed the hashtag Block the Blue campaign and received blue check marks for free. And so this stupid thing was like, Twitter users started a movement to encourage others to block accounts that pay for Twitter Blue by tweeting the hashtag Block the Blue. And
What fucking minder? What
Yep,
fucking
and
good
then
guy?
Matt Binder was one of the first. He is probably a friend of a certain. I bet he knows a certain shrimpy person, a certain seafood crustacean.
Fucking annelid, as I call him.
Yeah, Matt Binder was one of the users who got a free checkmark after he wrote about the Block the Blue campaign, and Musk started handing them out when the push started gaining steam. This is the whole reason why Musk decided to start gifting or really shaming big accounts that have been vocal about Twitter removing all legacy verified accounts, only verifying people willing to pay Musk for the honor and wanted to block for these accounts, he said. And then said that the checkmark was proof that the campaign was getting to Musk. I call that a sneed. Yep. Celebrities including Lil Nas X and Bette Miller tweeted to announce they hadn't paid for Twitter Blue. Lil Nas X said, "On my soul, I didn't pay for Twitter Blue. You will feel my wrath, Tesla man."
What?
Faggot.
Dude, it's just Twitter. Come on.
Yeah, but you know it. For some people, Twitter is their entire life.
Is it? I think we've met some
I
of
wish
them.
to quote
Yeah, you know it.
the greatest black comedian, Dave Chappelle. Twitter is not a real place.
Yep.
It's insane how seriously these people take Twitter. Like, it's just a fucking social media platform, dude.
No, like the guys who pretty much have said, "Hey, we have reported Omega arcs more than 600,000 times," or whatever the bullshit they
If
say.
Like
we
what
remove
the
him from
who?
Twitter, we remove him from reality. I guess from
Yeah,
your reality, because that's all
Yeah,
there is in
but
the world for you. But I think he's still
mm,
alive somewhere out there doing things. You know.
no, and they really think that I'm not gonna immediately create another account. I continue tormenting them.
In fact, you do that. I don't want to be on Twitter. I decided that Twitter is not good for me. Like I just if I have the chance, like I've gotten so angry at these motherfuckers after 2020 that if I run across them, if I run into them, and I don't have the chance to like flatten their fucking faces, I'm miserable because I'm just like I try to like insult them and harass them and make them feel bad. That's it's too time consuming and not satisfying enough. You know.
Well, for me it is, but
Oh, well,
yeah,
for you it is, and it's
I'm
it's
a
basically
motherfucking
like
bastard, and you know it.
I mean, yeah, no,
yeah.
that's fine. I'm just talking from my point of view. It's like masturbating to porn. You know, it's fine. It's
Mm-hmm.
fine to just rub one off at X videos or OnlyFans or whatever, but the real satisfying thing is to do it like physically for real. So yeah, it's like nah, it's not
Mm.
healthy for me. I just rather like run into one of these guys at a con or something, and like just like mop the floor with their fucking stupid faces.
Uh, well,
Yeah.
I have been tempted
And I
to.
mean, bullying tunes is kind of my bag, and
Hmm.
it just gets bored
Well, for
because
example,
when you start feeling so bad that they're so pathetic, and we'll get into that in a
well, I don't
little
know
bit.
you, Canales, but I think it will be hella hilarious to crush an egg in the head of Joe Glass.
Kesho, what? Sorry.
Crush an egg?
Oh yeah. Oh fuck. Well,
Oh, crack an egg on Joe Glass's
Yeah, crack
head.
an egg on Joe Glass head.
Reconnect. Yeah.
That will be fun.
I don't have anything personal. Well, actually, yes, I do have something personal against Joe Glass, as I do against every SJW. But man, if I ever run into to one of those guys for real, like yeah, probably I wouldn't do anything because I'm a really peaceful guy and really like I don't like violence. But there's like this slim chance, like I don't know, maybe 1% that I'm having a bad day, because I don't know, somebody played this fucking ringtone too loud and then the subway or something, and I go to a con or something, and I just see fucking, I don't know, man. Let's just stay with Anthony Gramuglia. I see Anthony Gramuglia's fucking face, and I'm like, I can stand his fucking face. I'm gonna rearrange it. By
No,
the way,
you know what I will
go.
do
Yeah,
to
that ugly
Anthony.
little crustacean.
You know what I
Yeah.
will do to Anthony.
What?
Uh, of course, as you know, Anthony
What?
doesn't know how the fuck I look. He doesn't know my
All
real
right.
face.
What
So
happened to Shrimp Boy?
I will invite him a coffee or a drink, but I will put a lot of laxative in his coffee,
What the fucking what?
and then make sure that he's not able to enter into the bathroom.
Because you're gonna put like super glue on the lock or whatever. He won't be able
Well,
to.
I'm gonna make sure that he poop his pants in front of everyone.
Deliciously devilish, Seymour.
I'm an expert on my brand.
God damn it. That's
Ooh.
that's twisted. I just want to beat the shit out of them. Hey, we have Hero nine
Oh
two six
boy!
nine
Hey,
four
look
able in the
here!
chat.
Hey, yo,
You're reading a book,
hero!
dude. I
Your
didn't know about that.
peepee has grown by 4 inches.
You have no
Welcome
an
to the
American
Big Dick
penis.
Club, boy.
You have an American penis, dinosauric, so big.
Yep. Also, hey,
Tell us,
yes.
tell us more about your
So
book, man.
he's reading. Yes. Tell us more about your book. I want you to outsell your book against Shrimp Gramuglia's book, because apparently he's writing a book,
Is he
and I
writing a
want you
book
to
about
outsell his book.
the black lesbian that effortlessly defeats all the white racist villains while giving us a lecture on like the horrors of late stage capitalism?
Boring.
You say boring, I say
Is
cancer.
does she have? Does she have like half of her hair shaved off or something? Some
Of
shit.
course, and it's about, yeah, it's about this secret agent, I guess. It's like this secret agent lady, right? She's just fucking awesome at everything. She's not a secret agent at first. She's just fucking awesome. So she's just, doing her stuff, being awesome, and suddenly a CIA Filipino gay man with a peg leg comes along and tells her, "Hey, you're you're awesome. Wanna join our like super secret CIA organization that is awesome too?" And she's like, Sure, sure. What do I have to do?" "Well, you just have to like keep being awesome and defeat this organization of like right wing nationalists who are like all blonde and blue eyed and straight and like to fuck their
And they're
wives."
and they're led by a guy who's basically Donald Trump.
Yeah, they're led by this evil businessman called Ronald Trump, and
A
it's like
duck.
it's like a really subtle metaphor. It's a really subtle metaphor, guys.
A duck called Donald.
It's gonna be on
Uh,
Amazon. It's gonna be on Amazon, and it's gonna sell almost like 6 copies. Almost 6 copies.
Well, for example, I
yeah,
was
but
hearing
speaking
that
of
uh, Narwhal is making a book that of dogs, kind of with the same vibes as Watership Down. And the moment I hear that, say, okay, I'm sold.
ooh,
I like
nice.
Narwhal's style. It's a fucking. He has that thing that I always wanted to have. That he's instantly like recognizable.
Oh yeah, it's important.
Hero says, "Put Hero on screen."
Sorry. Oh,
Hero says, "It's a time travel book. It's called The Book of Time Travel. My book isn't preachy. It's science fiction fantasy." Yeah, cool, cool. It's not. Just don't make it preachy because it's
Nice.
insulting. I feel insulted when the author thinks they're smarter than me and they have to teach me things like, motherfucker, I'm just reading your books because they're like killer clowns shape shifting into werewolves. You don't have to tell me about how to live my life. You
but
fucking cokehead.
question to Hero: it's a comic or it's a novel?
Oh, it's a book.
Ah, okay. Yeah, because I was thinking about those who start a comic book and they want to be like Alan Moore or Frank Miller and start to write a lot of complex things since the beginning. Linkara did that, and look what happened to his comic.
Oof.
I never. I. The only thing I know about Linkara's writing are like his skits that he did between like reviews and reviews. And I thought, wow, this guy is like really taking all this shit really seriously, considering he's acting in front of a green screen for like with a cardboard robot and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like he's like taking it as if he's like, I don't know, dude.
The
Fucking The
only
Godfather.
the only thing I know about Linkar is he likes to smash trannies.
Oh, a
Well,
shout out to Iron Lace. Iron Lace is a really cool chick, and I don't mind calling her a
yeah,
chick.
I don't have anything against Iron Fist.
Yeah, she's
I
she's
like
really
her.
cool.
Oh well, I guess she's probably one of the good ones then.
Yeah, she's
So,
definitely one of the good ones. He's fucking based.
all right, then I then I laugh at Linkar for smashing her amazing boy pussy or whatever we want to call it. But anyways, from this Dr. Simon Godek. So there's this German blog called Volksverfetz, Volksverfetz, and it's a left wing extremist, and it's classified as a left wing extremist blog. And they made a post about the blue check marks, murders, war criminals, Nazis. These people use Twitter Blue, and they labeled Elon Musk as an enabler. And the author even says that Musk has no problem helping propaganda hate fascism, dictatorial regimes, all the leftist talking points. And then statements like, while liars, Nazis, and company gain more reach, real journalists and Democrats are in danger. Oh, I don't know if you heard, but like, there's some senator who wants to toss Matt Taibbi in jail for apparently he lied. They're claiming that he lied under oath during the whole Twitter file hearings.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was he the only one, or was he the only one who wasn't on their side? That's all I want to say.
He's so far he's the only one. And apparently it's because he had an interview with this MSNBC guy. Was it Mehdi Hassan? And he's your typical leftist, but then he cried. But then Matt Taibbi must have did something to set him off, and then he's pulling the he's pulling the Muslim Pajit card.
No. Well, you gotta beat them at their own game. Like hero here is saying that he's autistic, just like Linkara. So you gotta play your cards.
Yeah. And then his book is Strange with Flawed Characters.
Yeah.
Well, don't
I
make them
think.
don't make them all flawed.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with having flawed characters. Like, I don't know if flawed is the right word. Like, make them vulnerable. I think people relate more to characters that go through shit and have to endure shit. Because I don't think that's art doesn't work like this. You don't see a fucking cardboard Superman character and go, "Wow, I want to be Superman." It's the Ray thing. Oh, we have to make a perfect character with no flaws, so girls can look up to her. That's not how that works.
That's
You
the
look up.
reason why Spider-Man
And
became so
that's why
appealing.
Ray
Yeah, it's no. She's
exists.
she's a shit character. She doesn't have to endure anything. She doesn't have to overcome anything. I think you feel sympathy toward characters who have to like overcome stuff.
Yeah. Well, you can have a character that it's pretty much a badass in their own right, but it has a shitty past. For example, Kenshin from Ronnie Kenshin. He's a badass because he can pretty much defeat everyone, but you
Or
look at
even
his
even
past.
even John Wick. Like you
Ah, John
relate to
Wick, yeah.
John Wick is a fucking unstoppable killing machine, but you relate to him because he has lost his wife. He's pretty much a hermit, and he's like sad and depressed, and they kill his dog, dude, and like that's what like pushes him over the edge, basically, and makes him like
And no,
you
they
relate to
kill
that.
Yeah,
they
they
kill the
killed
dog
his adorable little
They, they,
puppy.
kill,
His little
they kill
purple
the dog,
puppy.
right?
and steal the
Something about
car.
they steal the car. Like
Yep, they
that's
killed the dog.
we relate to John Wick's pain. Like he's not a good person.
Mhm.
It's never stated that he's a good person. Actually, our mutual friend Chimera thinks that he's basically Vincent from Collateral. From the Collateral movie.
With
Mhm.
Schwarzenegger.
The no the one with Jamie Foxx, the cab driver who
Oh
drives
yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah, yeah.
around. Yeah, Chimera,
Tom
Chimera
Cruise.
thinks that. Yeah, Chimera thinks that John Wick is like an alternate timeline for Collateral, in which Vincent survives and retires. So it's never stated that John Wick is a good person. We just relate to him because we understand what he's going through. What we feel sympathy for him. He lives alone. His wife has died. They kill his fucking dog. Wow, this poor guy. Yeah, no, this motherfucker really had it coming. It's not his power. We feel relation to. It's his pain.
Yeah, actually, in the last movie, they make a speech similar to the one of Bill in Kill Bill 2. That when he says to Beatrix, "You are an assassin. You can get fat, you can become a mother or a Karen, but you will always be an assassin."
That's
Yep.
the thing. Like it's never a state. We don't relate to John Wick because he's a hero, because he's like fucking killing machine. He's, as far as we know, he's as much of a piece of shit as the people he's killing. He's basically a gangster enforcer. But they humanize him because he has to endure shit and overcome stuff. That's what makes the character relatable, I think.
Hmm. Yep. So as we said, so this this Volksverpretz, Petzer complaining about the blue check marks. Do you know what old Musky does?
He gives people blue check marks for free.
He gave them the blue check mark.
It's fucking Hitler.
Right here, right now, Volksverpetzer is now Nazi, hate crime, white supremacist. They support all that stuff.
Who was the journalist that said that removing blue check marks for free would literally cause people to die. I don't know who that was, but
Oh yeah, someone
I, re-
say that.
I remember laughing out loud when I hear that. People are literally going to die.
People are literally going to die.
Dude, it's just Twitter. Come on. Just fucking
I mean,
people are going to die.
the only people who literally die on Twitter are probably like terrorists, troons, and yeah.
And people who delete themselves because they get kicked out of Twitter and they lose access to their free dopamine hits.
Yep. And speaking of troons and Twitter, from Rebel News, Twitter removes woke policy against misgendering and dead naming transgender people. Prior to the move, the platform content policy read, "We prohibit targeting others with repeated slurs, tropes, or other content that intends to dehumanize, degrade, or reinforce negative or harmful stereotypes about a protected category." So now I can totally call out Brian Visaggio and Alejandro Caraballo.
So I want to start to do it.
Someone
Yo,
should definitely do that. Dude, yes, just fucking go for it. Fucking go
I
for it.
mean, if I do have the desire to go back on Twitter, the first tweet I'm going to make is going to be at Brian Visaggio to go like, "Ugh, Brian, Brian, tell me, how does it feel to chop off your dick for clout, Brian?"
Did he actually even chop his dick off? Because as far as I know, he may be just lying. 'Cause he's a fucking compulsive liar.
I don't
Has
know yet.
anyone ever seen his actual mutilated crotch?
I don't know, but I like to imagine he would.
By the way, we have Hero talking about his book on chat. It says that
So yeah, there's like lists of people dead naming.
Huh?
There's there's people. There's lists going around dead naming the more vocal troons. Woke policy's gone awesome. And then
I
he
should
also
I
said
should have
that
I should have
the
waited
main
another
character
week before making them kick me out, so I could just like dead name what's his name, fucking Brianna Wu.
and Chloe Handler,
Oh
Oh,
yeah, Clay Handler.
that lanky. I mean,
your
I've been,
your,
dude.
your little girlfriend.
I was misgendering and dead naming people since it was cool. I've been calling Chloe Handler a lanky dude for like 2 years now.
How do you think might be Chloe's real name? You know, the dead name.
Cornelius McFlafferty the third, something like that.
I bet it's probably something like Kyle.
Kyle Handler. Okay, it'll be interesting to know.
Aloysius
Kyle,
Finnegan McFlafferty the fourth, Squire.
maybe Ryan Handler.
What is a name that they hate? Like for like what is the male like equivalent of Karen?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I don't know.
Is it a
Probably
Kyle?
Kyle.
Kyle?
No, I don't think it's Kyle because Kyle is not really that common.
Maybe it's Donald.
Kevin or Ken?
Donald J. Handler. Donald J. Harumph.
What about Kevin?
It does look like a Kevin.
Handler.
It does look like a. It does look like a fucking what's his name, Macaulay Culkin.
Oh yeah,
Kevin McAllister.
Yeah.
Kevin McAllister.
All Kevins remind me of Macaulay Culkin. It's like when someone says my name is Kevin, even Kevin Costner, oh, that's the kid from Home Alone.
Okay.
Even Kevin Spacey reminds me of the kid from Home Alone.
Really? So yeah. So yeah, you can dead name people on Twitter now, and of course, the usual suspects are sneaking, like the LGBT WTF barbecue group GLAD. Decried the move as the latest example of just as how safe the company is for users and advertisers alike, hoping to ignite a boycott against the Elon Musk-owned social media platform. And then they say the decision to roll back the WTF barbecue safety pulls Twitter even more out of step with TikTok, Pinterest, and Meta. Hey, speaking of TikTok, you want to know? You want to know something?
Yes.
Blair White, a transgender woman, she's a lady with a dick. She got banned off TikTok.
Oh,
What?
Yeah, she's been banned off TikTok
but why and how and for what reason?
because she's not a troon.
Yes, it's an important difference that we need to make. The difference between a transgender woman like Blair White or Iron Liz
Mhm.
and a fucking troon like fucking Brian Bisaggio or Chloe
Mhm.
Handler or that fucking creature that Bud Light recruited for their ads. What's her name? What's his name?
Oh
Dylan
yeah.
McBaney.
Yeah, that fucking malnourished pimp with their sister's clothes.
Indeed, he is. Too bad he doesn't have the World War I facial hair.
Those are Toast of London references, by the way. Go
Oh
watch them.
gosh, this is beautiful. Media requests media requests for comment from Twitter were met with the poop emoji.
Based.
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 That is the only proper response.
I
Even
like
even
I
though,
like how
even though Rebel News is our guys, but that's still a proper response.
okay, Rebel News get a pass, but I like how Elon Musk shows these people, and again I'm using the term people loosely, their due respect, which is zero. They deserve zero respect. They're pieces of shit. Best case scenario, they're hypocrites or liars. Worst case scenario, they're people like, as I said, Anthony Gramuglia and similar. They're fucking people hunters, you know?
Hmm.
Got to be
Who like,
careful with Ella Irwin. She is censor happy. Who's
I don't know. I
Ella
don't know who that is.
Irwin? And Mega, our terminally online Twitter guy, who is this Ella Irwin?
I forgot.
Who is this
Oh.
person, Toast?
Well, whoever she is.
Well, I was saying that, yeah, zero respect for these pieces of shit. They deserve zero respect.
Yeah, they can all cope, seethe, dilate, and sneed for all I
Suck my
care.
fucking dick. That's what they can do.
Do you know what? I was um have you guys ever heard of Emperor Norton I of the United States?
No.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. History lesson time. Do, 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 do.
So in the meantime, while just Google shit, we should probably sing or something to avoid dead
Hi.
air. You know, getting
Okay, I
dead
Oh,
found it.
air. Okay.
I found her.
Okay, so Emperor Norton, he was a guy, Joshua Abraham Norton. He was a resident of San Francisco who in 1859 proclaimed himself Norton I, Emperor of the United States. And then in 1863, he took the secondary title Protector of Mexico. So this guy, he basically proclaimed himself Emperor of the United States, and people just went along with it.
Okay.
Oh,
Let's see. Uh-oh. I hear the Do you hear that?
I
no.
hear. Do I hear mewing in the background?
Yep. It's the Mew.
She
But
demanding
anyway,
it.
But yeah, he had no. Even though he had no formal power, he was treated deferentially in San Francisco, and currency issued in his name was honored in some establishments that he frequented. And while some considered Norton to be insane or eccentric, the residents of San Francisco and Northern California enjoyed his imperial presence and took note of his frequent newspaper proclamations. Because how I like to see myself. Well, first let me get the Mew before she causes a ruckus to get herself poisoned.
Uh, that's the thing about cats. They have no respect. They just
Get
infiltrate
in
your
here.
culture and
Get
subvert
in
it.
here, Mew. Oh no, not Mewish interference. Mewish interference.
Go- He's going straight for the microphone. Security, security, remove this Mew.
Who was stupid and chased a giant fucking moth into my room? You. Now eat your food. Oh my god. Retarded one.
But how do you tell the
Anyway,
difference between a retarded cat and a regular cat? What is the
I don't
litmus
know.
test?
Well, I don't know who that Mikio person is, but yeah, Emperor Norton. He just walks around proclaiming himself the Emperor of the United States, and a lot of people humor him. But the thing about it is, he wasn't so like, but he was respected, okay?
So basically,
And
you only
he
have to identify yourself as emperor, and people will treat you in an imperial fashion.
That seems to be the case.
maybe,
That's fucking cool.
but the point I'm trying to make is like I liken myself to Emperor Norton with my gender identity. I proclaim myself as a man, and I do try to look the part. I mean, I kind of do.
You also have to act like a man because may we all have this guy's supreme confidence. Because this
Mm-hmm.
this guy will just walk into a bar and say, "Behold, the emperor has blessed you with his presence," and everybody will actually bend the knee, like give
Yeah.
him stuff for free, like make fucking currency with his fucking name, dude.
Yeah.
That's
See, Emperor Norton, he had class. The
you
Trins
have
of
to
today,
act.
not so much. They like to. What they do is they scream and they cry until they get their way.
No, that's not what an
And
emperor does.
redemption.
Nope. You need the uh, what's it called, like of your convictions, like the
The
confidence of your conviction.
decorum.
Yeah,
Decorum, I believe it is.
yeah, whatever. That's just the conviction of your courage, the courage of your conviction, whatever. Hero says California was its own country for about 21 days. Raise your hand,
Mm-hmm.
like and share, like and retweet if you think that California should stay its own country like forever.
I
No,
think so.
no, he needs to go back to Mexico. We will fix it.
Well, aren't you pretty much already fixing it?
Actually, that's true. You're right.
Yeah, you're right. There's probably going to be more
Because all the Mexicans are coming up through like the Tijuana, San Jose border.
Yep.
Didn't you actually make these fucking idiots stand against illegal immigration just because of that point you made about the Mexicans outnumbering Americans in California?
Oh yeah, I think I mentioned that.
You actually made them like stand against illegal immigration just to contradict you. That's
Hmm.
fucking idiots.
I remember someone made a joke one day that the reason Mexicans are illegally entering the United States is to repopulate all the land that we lost at the hands of Santana.
Yep. No, California has what? California has to stay a part of the United States so New California can happen.
But honestly, do you really want California?
Explain this. And then he says New
That's
California will be in charge of the border.
that's the reason why I simped for Arliss Loveless in Wild Wild West because he was gonna give us all the land to Mexico.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was based.
Yeah,
Yep.
when I saw that in the movie, say this guy is the bad guy. I think that is
Fuck
great.
yeah, this guy's the hero.
Hmm. Well,
Didn't he have like
well,
mariachis
you
in
are
his?
basically our Mexican Arliss Lovelace.
I'm trying to do that.
But then you know what you also have to do. You have to like saw yourself in half and ride in like a steampunk coal powered wheelchair.
Fuck that. He needs to ride a fucking giant steampunk spider.
And get me a brigade of Amazon bodyguards.
Yes, yes.
Mm.
You need a bunch of hot chicks following you around with like a fucking how are there like big shotguns called a fucking trebuchet?
Gatling
No,
gun.
well, like antique shotguns, blunderbusses.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on. So Audrey Hale manifesto blueprint on total destruction says polls who claim FBI is stalling its release. Uh, so it looks like the Audrey Hale's manifesto is a blueprint on total destruction, and the FBI are stalling releasing.
Oh,
And they describe the contents as astronomically dangerous.
now I'm more interested in reading it because I want to know what the living hell was going on in this woman's mind.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
my bet is this paranoia that they're instilling on trans people that they're like really prosecuted and there's like trans folks everywhere out to kill them and that Ron DeSantis is leading a genocidal crusade against them, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I like to think that maybe she named names.
Mm,
Oh,
that's
true.
interesting.
She probably had some grooming happen. But yeah, 20 journals, 5 laptops, a suicide self-end note, and a various other notes written by Hale were seized from the house she shared with her parents, as well as 2 memoirs, 5 yearbooks, and 7 cell phones. What the how can this troon have like 7 cell phones?
But that's is it a true? That's a girl, right? That's a girl who wanted to be a boy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, but I get that also constitutes a troon. I mean,
Hmm. Yeah.
considering the end
They
result.
say that the writings would eventually come out, but then the vast overwhelming majority of it presented too much of a danger to the public. Why? Because she might reveal that uh maybe trooning is wasn't the best.
I don't know. I think I think the manifesto would reveal the levels of paranoia that the trans community are being subjected to by the constant bombarding by the media and
Mm-hmm.
ideologues and shit about, as I said, how they're supposed to be like they are meant to see themselves as the Jews in World War II Germany. Like
Mm-hmm.
they're coming for you, they're coming for you, they're heating up the ovens, they're already greasing up the train tracks. Like, dude, nobody's coming for you. They just don't care. They just want you to stop whining about your new
About
pronouns.
anything.
Yeah.
Shut up.
And they
That's all.
don't and also they don't want you to chop off the dicks of little boys and
Yeah,
girls.
leave fucking little boys alone. Like, I mean, the fucking "don't say gay" bill quotation marks because we all know it's not what it is not what it says. The only thing that says is, "Hey, stop teaching this shit to kids at least until they are of age of consent." Which
Yeah.
once you are of age, you can do whatever the fuck you want with your body. Like nobody cares. We're actually busy with real problems, nobody thinks that, hey, my neighbor has decided to like go into cross-dressing and call himself Loretta, like in fucking Life of Brian. Nobody cares. It's not my problem. Just leave me the fuck alone. Leave kids alone, okay?
Yeah, but they want everything. They want everything to be politicized. I mean,
You know what I find funny slash disturbing? How they talk constantly about being erased and being denied their existence. Also, you don't think I'm a woman? You are denying my existence. No, I'm not. I'm just saying you are not what you think you are. It's pretty clear that you exist, to my chagrin, because you're standing right in front of me being a fucking insane asshole. But they have
mhm.
adopted this apocalyptic genocide victim like mentality, like, oh, they're trying to erase us, they're trying to deny our existence. Like, dude, like, just we just want us to we just want you to leave us alone. That's all we
I
want. Stop
mean,
fucking whining.
And
yeah,
to be fair, they have got a very good 6 years of overrepresentation in media.
Just imagine
yeah.
imagine thinking that people who make media aren't into all sorts of sexual degeneracy. For instance, cross-dressing transsexuals, or like, imagine that.
Uh, there's the Wachowskis.
The Wachowskis, yeah.
I think the Wachowskis will be the perfect example of why transsexualism isn't an actual condition, but a disorder. Because what are the possibilities that two brothers are coincidentally suffering from being born in the wrong body?
In our case,
Yeah.
is this guy Nate Stevenson, or formerly
It,
known as Noelle Stevenson, because
Mm.
the rumor is that the reason she transitioned was because her partner demanded it.
I can totally, oh, dude. I know. I'm not gonna name names, but I know a guy who knows a guy who became the target of affection of a lesbian. Okay, stay with me. It's complicated.
okay.
So this lesbian, I'm doing air quotes here. This lesbian
Uh huh.
convinced the guy to transition, and now
Okay.
this guy, who was a hot dude because he was like tall and handsome, like had blue eyes, is now a like a hunky lesbian chick. You
Oh,
know,
Okay.
okay.
was that guy born in the wrong body too?
Uh, Makes me wonder also the same thing about Elliot Page, because
Yes.
the announcement of Page transitioning came a little bit after he got into this bullshit related about the Gamergate movie.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
They were trying to
Oh yeah.
cancel her, and then she came out and saying, "Oh, I'm now identify as a man, and I'm gonna transition."
It's funny how it becomes trendy. It becomes a topic people are talking about, and suddenly a bunch of people, shitload of people, actually decide that suddenly they have been born in the wrong body. Oh, you know what? I've been living in this body for like 25 years, but I didn't say that it's a wrong one. How did you reach that conclusion? Well, after reading this blog article, right? Watching this TED talk.
Yeah,
No, you're just insane. That's just a disorder. Again, do whatever the fuck you want with your body in your own time, but don't try to convince me that it's something else than a disorder, because it clearly isn't.
mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm being the mew is being mewish.
Are
It's
you
pretty
being subverted?
usual.
Are you being subverted by the mutaic
Yeah.
forces?
Yeah. Yeah. So, well, evident. I have a feeling eventually the Audrey manifesto is going to be on is probably going to be on the farms
Oh
one way or
yeah,
Oh,
another.
I can't wait, dude.
yeah. I cannot wait for that either.
I can't wait for that.
But the manifesto they did release was the Louisville guy Connor Sturgeon reportedly detailed reasons for rampage in manifesto.
Why is it that all mass murderers need feel the need to redact the manifesto?
Because they know that after they pull up their bullshit, somebody is gonna read them and probably
Yeah.
make them martyr, or
Well,
write books
would they
about them.
Yeah, or they have like a fandom of creepy girls like the Columbine shooters and Ted
Mm.
Bundy.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh God, I
Well,
remember my days of on Tumblr and meeting those fucking psychopaths. They're like, "Oh, Jeffrey Dahmer, he was so cute." Like he was gay and he would never give you the time of day. Hmm.
another
There
good
is.
example is Valerie Solanas. She wrote the Scum Manifesto. Nobody gave a shit about it. But after she shoot Andy Warhol, that shit became popular, especially among radical feminists.
Yep. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's true. That's true. Or the Unabomber Manifesto.
There you go.
No,
Until he
actually,
decided to stop blowing shit up, it was just
Uncle
yeah. Until
Ted's
he just
manifesto has weight. The other ones are
actually,
just
I
plot.
actually, I actually feel a kinship to Uncle Ted. Can you say that? Can you say that you feel that you identify with a mass murderer that is an Stalin or I don't know.
Or Mr. Hilter.
Yeah, yeah. There you fucking go.
That's
Because you know,
actually that's actually Monty Python skit. Mr. Hilter.
no, I thought you meant Charlie Manson because he's like Mr. Helter Skelter. I don't know.
Oh no, I meant
I'm
Mr.
just,
Hilter.
I'm just an idiot. I'm just an idiot.
Well,
Just
and Charles Manson, I guess too.
well, Hero says also. I think Ellen Page is suing Elon Musk for something, but that was back when she was Ellen Page. She's suing him. I think he's suing maybe someone else. But I don't know, man. Ellen
Oh
Page, Elliot
yeah.
Ellen, whatever its
Oh
fucking name
wait,
is
wait,
fucking
wait. Could
bonkers.
it be also said that Juno is like the spiritual successor to Junior?
Oh,
Which
Because
junior?
it's a guy having a baby. Junior, the movie
Oh
where Arnold
shit.
Schwarzenegger gets knocked up.
that is 2023 just got weirder.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
I just remember something. Jordan Peterson got kicked out from Twitter for a while because he misgendered Elliot Page.
Oh, that's right.
So no, he can get away with it.
yeah.
So
He's
basically,
praying a long
misgendering
time.
is not a thing. Misgender was never a thing, but it's not a thing on Twitter anymore.
Yep.
That's like me saying, "No, I'm actually skinny," and
Hmm.
someone tells me, "No, you're fat," and I'm telling him, "You're like misweighting me." No, I'm not misweighting you. You are obviously fat, Canales. Doesn't matter how delusional you are.
Hmm.
Well, fat. I mean husky. I'm not that fat, but you know what I mean. Don't want to say like a whiny,
You're
like I don't have self-esteem. I'm just saying, like you know,
Canales, you're like a bear.
I am. I'm a husky man beast from the cold mountains of Basque Country.
You're the man bear pig.
And the man bear pig.
Oh yeah, let's see.
What was his name?
So
I'm gonna call you like a fucking name. Anyway, let us proceed.
yeah, so in this guy's manifesto, he hoped to showcase how easy it is to buy a gun in Kentucky and wanted to highlight the mental health crisis in America. And he also planned to be ended by self end. A wish that was granted when he was shot to death by police officers when he brandished his firearms. Uh, so he purchased the AR-15 assault rifle from a local gun dealership just 6 days before the rampage. And then he also had like mental health challenges, and now people are testing his brain for chronic traumatic encephalopathy because he suffered numerous sports related concussions. Then here he is looking like a soy. I'm gonna. Yeah. But yeah. So I guess now they're going to prop him up. Yep. It says Elliot Page can call himself a man all he wants, but
Mhm.
he's not going. Yep.
I am therefore not misgendering her. She would be the one misgendering herself in any case.
I mean, I've been I haven't denied that since the beginning on my path. Let's have some good news. Yep.
Like here's the thing. That's my last thought about this thing. You wouldn't have to make people like force people to use your preferred pronouns if you were clearly presenting yourself as what you want to be. Nobody is going to call Blair White a man because Blair White is clearly a woman. Or nobody's gonna call Back Angel a woman because Back Angel is clearly a man. The only reason why you're trying to force people to
Mm-hmm.
use your pronouns is because you're some fat, ugly dude with a stubble and bushy eyebrows, and you are too fucking lazy to go all the way, and you just like putting a wig on and going around saying it's ma'am,
And not
it's ma'am.
just
No,
any wig, like a cheap costume store
like
wig.
it's yeah, fuck you, dude. You go all the fucking way, take your fucking hormones, chop your fucking dick off, try to look like a woman, and then we'll talk. Until then, fuck yourself. How's that?
All right. So BuzzFeed News is shutting down its company cuts 15% of staff,
Good.
and nothing of value was lost.
Yes.
Yep. So a memo from Buzz chief Jonah Peretti. Nah, he's probably not related to that beautiful Argentinian hunk Diego Peretti. Announced the closure of the once formidable unit Thursday. He also said that the New York. He also said that the company is cutting 15% of its staff. So BuzzFeed, which once had as many as 250 employees, has undergone reductions in recent years and currently down to 50 employees. I mean, they did win a. I mean, they did win a Pulitzer Prize for investigating the mass detention of Muslims, but
Mm,
their content was mostly clickbait. So, as I said, nothing of value was lost.
I shall not shed a tear for those guys. Fuck them.
Just gotta wait until. Then we gotta wait until like other more to fall. So, well, goodbye, BuzzFeed.
Bye.
You won't be missed.
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh,
So the question here is, what will who won? Which media outlet will be next? The Mary Sue, CBR, Kotaku, Polygon?
to
Because
be
those
honest,
ones,
I'm surprised that the Mary Sue is hanging out for so long.
well, yeah. And actually, the last checked the website last week, and it was almost desert. They almost don't get any interaction. The comment sections are pretty much empty. I remember in 2016, the comment sections were always full of people.
Yeah, because they allowed certain discussion. Now they've gone like full feminist. Like they don't allow no one that doesn't toe the line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but even then,
In
you
such
could
cases,
see an entire safe space for these woke darts. Now, even you can a lot of strict rules, and there nobody to be seen, nowhere to be seen. Sorry.
oh well, no skin off my nose. I'm just here for the coping and seething. The coping and seething of a crustacean. All right. Uh, our last two articles for the day. Yep, Florida LGBT group, LGBT what the fuck barbecue group cancels Pride Parade when told it must be adults only.
Used this used to be a given. Like drag shows and I don't know, and gay stuff used to be for grown-ups.
Yep. So officials in southeastern Florida have shut down a gay pride parade and restricted other pride events, disallowing anyone under the age of 21 from attending. Good. That is good. Well, maybe.
That is
Well,
good, but also
actually, maybe
telling.
they should. Actually, they should just. They should have at least knocked it down to 18. But I understand 21 because them fags drink a lot.
And I've seen, dude, I've seen people dressed as fucking dogs with like leather harnesses. Like, this is for grown-ups, okay? This shit is for grown-ups.
Oh, I saw a picture where like some puppy play guys were getting pet by like this little girl, and I'm like, little girl, no, no, don't do that. Don't encourage them.
You know what pisses me off? One of the many things that piss me off. They actually canceled Milo Yiannopoulos. They canceled his book because he spoke about his own experience as a gay man, and he said that he got initiated by an older man when he was 17.
Mm-hmm.
And he said this is pretty common. This is pretty common among homosexuals in the gay community. It's pretty common for an older man to initiate a boy into homosexuality, and he got canceled. And I think it was Simon and Schuster dropped his book contract because he was publicly accused of defending pedophilia. See how they operate? They
And
canceled Mayula,
unfortunately,
but
yeah.
yet they say that Ron DeSantis is a homophobe because he says no, gay stuff is for grown-ups only. You see the double fucking standard with these motherfuckers?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, unfortunately, well, Midnight More knows a little bit more about it than me, but I mean, basically, gay culture is unfortunately based on pedophilia, even if we go all the way back to like the ancient Greeks and their pederasty.
There is indeed a fine line between homosexuality and pedophilia. And if I was a homosexual, which I guess I technically am because I'm cyber dating this game, it's complicated. But
Yeah,
anyway,
it
if
is.
I was a if I was like a gay man, I would like vehemently denounce any member of my community whom I suspected was guilty of pedophilia, because you have to, clean your own room.
Mm-hmm.
This only happens because you allow it to happen. And as a Basque man, I know this because it wasn't, Basque separatism, terrorism, and all that. It wasn't just the guys uh, blowing up stuff and shooting people in the back of the heads. It was actually the culture of people surrounding them and calling them up and hiding them from the authorities. That's what allowed it. If they didn't have people's support, they wouldn't have been able to do what they did. And this it's the same with pedophiles. I think like the gay, the LGBT, whatever the fuck, the gay community, LGBT community is bullshit. Like gay people, gay men need to clean their own fucking room. Like they need to stand up against these people.
Right. And then I was gonna say, yeah, no, I'm significantly younger, but I knew that even though I like older men, I usually like have to wait until I was of legal consenting age to go after them. Because from 17 on down, crushes, like you can fantasize them, but you can't act upon them.
Hmm.
But once you hit 18, it's like, go for it, get your dick wet.
And again, it's not, once you're a grown up, once you're of age, you can do whatever the fuck you want with your body or with another consenting adult's body. You know, I'm perfectly cool with that. I'm an extreme libertarian. The,
Mm-hmm.
I don't get in you. I don't you. I mind my own business, and I don't get into other people's business. That's the same that I want from others. But just leave kids alone. Wait until they're of age. Okay, leave them out. Lead them out of this.
The
Yeah.
problem with these assholes is that they cannot wait.
Yeah, a lot of them
Somebody
can't wait.
said
And
that.
that's the bitch of
Sorry,
it.
go ahead. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
What were you
Well,
saying, Canales?
said that there was the case of this kid called Corey, who was a boy who transitioned to be a girl, I think at age 9. And she is now a she-male doing porn movies. And, she's a pretty convincing she-male. And some guy had the theory that they're going after kids because they want like better looking truants. Because when they transition at a late age, they are kind of fucking ugly and weird looking. But when you catch them as kids, they're convincing because they haven't gone through puberty yet.
Yeah. The
So
other thing
basically,
is,
they just want to bang the things that they say they want to protect.
the other thing, like me and Omega were talking about, is like if I actually went through transition, I would actually pass better because I'm already pretty like masculine presenting in looks, and that's the same thing that happened to like Blair White. Blair was looked pretty feminine, and when she did the full transition, she actually looks passable and undistinguishable from a woman aside from her dick, which
She
she
looks
doesn't
like a
like to whip
she,
around
she looks like
and
a
all that
woman who
stuff.
did too much. Yeah, she looks like a woman who did too much plastic surgery, basically. But she still looks like a woman.
Yeah,
Just
but
it's
if
fine.
you yeah, but she had like pictures of like younger days before she pre-transitioned, and she was pretty feminine looking.
Yeah, she no,
So
I've seen the
that
pics
helps
of
too.
her as a teenager, like with the baseball cap and shit. Hero says all these groomers
So
need to
it
go to
helps.
prison, and I agree. I agree on that. Hero, I agree.
Yeah. They either need to go to prison or to the wall.
They them need to go to prison.
Yep.
See what I
Let's
did?
see. What else? So yeah, this comes after Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is set to pass a law that would keep children out of drag shows. That is correct. And so these guys said something about, as you know, the political climate is currently in a blah blah blah. We canceled. It was with a heavy heart that Pride Alliance of the Treasure Coast has announced that this week's Pride Fest will now be a 21 and older event. The city has decided with the likelihood that the governor will sign the latest bill, but that's good. It's good. It's good. Children should not
Like,
be
I've never
such things. I mean, they can be
I never
exposed
I
to
never
like two
attended.
mommies or two daddies, but if it's like a man in a thong shaking his ass in your face,
It's
that's where I
it's
draw the
it's
line.
grown up. It's grown up. It's grown up entertainment. Like that's like saying I need to take my kid to a strip club for him to experience the wonders of female form and to be accepting towards women. No, that's for grown-ups. Like I'm supposed to, like, I don't know, take him to a dog fight so he understands how so he will be accepting towards dogs. Hey, dogs can bite and they can fight each. No, there's an agenda there.
Yeah, they want to normalize this bullshit.
It's just for fucking grown-ups, dude. Everybody understood that. Like I never attended a drag queen show as a kid. Actually, I never attended one, period.
Me neither.
But I've
No, I
always
mean,
been accepting towards drag queens because I was taught as a kid that I myself was different. I myself was weird. So I was indirectly taught to respect other people regardless of their quirks. Okay, so that guy likes to dress up as a woman and paint his face with weird colors. all the more power to him. It's not my fucking problem. Like, I was never forced to attend a drag queen history hour for me to accept drag queens. There's no need of that. That never has been.
Hmm. But people are like, if you don't expose your children to a man wearing lipstick and eyeliner, shaking their ass and a thong in their face, they're gonna grow up to be like bigots and
Because that's
race.
how you are, right? That's how you are. Because when you see someone with a fucking red cap in line to like buy groceries, you chimp the fuck out and assault him. So you think other people are like you. And I'm not talking about judges. I'm talking about this hypothetical person. But that's ironically what happens. That I know about. Like, didn't they assault a kid for wearing a MAGA hat?
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty common to people to be assaulted because they were MAGA hats. So these fucking troglodytes think that everybody's like them and that need to be exposed to stuff in order to not chimp out when they get exposed later on, like they do when they get exposed to a fucking I don't know, White Lives Matter T-shirt. They completely freak out and try to murder the guy. That's not how people are. That's how you are, you fucking psychopath.
Yeah, and people, but it's just them.
Like, I'm pretty sure that 90% of people, at least 90% of the people I know, don't give a fuck how other people dress. Because as I said earlier on, they have real problems. So and so, dude. I actually knew a transsexual guy in high school. He was a dude. He was always a weird guy. And later on, I learned that he had transitioned. He's now a woman, and he's a coach for a female volleyball team. Make of that
Yeah.
what you will. But people who told me were like, "Hey, you remember that dude from high school? Yeah, what happened to him? Oh, he's a woman now. He transitioned. Oh, yeah, yeah. Anyway, what's on TV tonight?" That was the fucking conversation. That's how it went.
Hmm.
Like, nobody was like angry or like offended. Like, hey, remember this guy? Yeah, he's a woman now. He's like, oh, okay. Well, how's life? How's wives and kids? You know?
And they're like, oh, don't be a bigot.
Nobody cares, dude. That's the thing. I think deep down, what fucking pains them is that they go through all this bullshit to change themselves, and they spend thousands of dollars in surgery and hormone replacement and whatnot. And at the end of the day, nobody gives a fuck. Hey, I'm a woman now. Okay, can you please give me my coffee? Yeah, but I'm a woman. Yeah, I'll have a soy latte, please. Yeah, but I'm a woman. Just shut up and leave me alone, you fucking weirdo.
Hmm. I wish I could. I wish I was more conversational but I'm tired and dealing with newish bullshit.
And afraid of the giant moth
But
looking
yeah,
at you from
here,
from, it- from its
yeah,
vantage point.
yeah. But basically, they're just sneaking about. Uh, someone wants to protect children.
Like, just let kids be kids. Let them
Mm-hmm.
retain some innocence. They don't need to be exposed to your historical bullshit 24/7. Let them enjoy a fucking Buzz Lightyear movie without lesbians in it. Not everything needs to have lesbians. Not everything needs to be a lecture on racism and homophobia. Like, leave them the fuck alone.
And the thing with the Buzz Lightyear movie is that they already had cut that scene because it obviously was going to go to China. But
Oh
it's
yeah.
still all these queer people go crazy saying, no, they censored the movie. We want it back.
This excising this scene from the movie is literally gonna have people killed.
Oh
That's
my god,
that's the shit they like to say now. This is gonna get people killed.
this is gonna get people killed. And
Literally
then,
killed.
meanwhile in China, like there's Chinese gays and like being
Been
brainwashed into
killing.
being straight again, and they're dead silent.
And in the Middle
Yeah.
East, they're getting killed.
Yep, they're getting thrown off the roofs. That's why I don't want to go to like Saudi Arabia or Qatar or places like those.
Who does though? Like Mega, you wanna go to the Middle East for some reason?
Hmm.
No, not
I
really.
I know I don't.
I don't know. Egypt falls into the Middle East area.
Yeah,
Okay, Egypt is cool. Actually, Egypt did
yeah.
fucking
Well,
sue Netflix, didn't they?
Oh yeah, that's true.
yeah. They sued
Based
Netflix
Egypt.
over the Black Cleopatra.
Black Cleopatra.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that they didn't pull the same shit with the Black Joanna the Arc.
Well, that's because the French are cucks.
Well,
The French
Hmm.
should have totally sued Netflix.
the French who are, but we are seeing in
Hmm.
France that there are people who are cocks and others who are not cocks. You see the post that I put on the Discord?
Maybe. Let me check.
Hmm.
I was
The,
trying to understand what pants means. What is
Oh
pants?
yeah, I have it.
you have what? The link?
Yep, I got it.
Oh,
Okay.
share it.
Because I was mentioned on the Discord that if Raw and the other guys from War Campaign really want to beat the Canadian government, they need to start doing the same bullshit that the guys from France. Because Raw, I don't know if you're listening to me, but your YouTube channel is not gonna do a lot of difference. This is what you need to do.
I mean, I respect Raw like crazy. He's been the voice of reason and truth for Canada in the last few years. But yeah, this is the shit they need to do.
Yeah, look at it. They're literally bricking up the highway. Them crazy frogs.
Oh shit. Okay, I recant my words. The French are in cocks. What are they building anyway?
A wall?
They're literally building a wall in the middle of a highway.
Yeah, they're closing the highways with walls.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah, no, I recant my words. The French are in cocks. Holy shit.
Yeah, I mean, mess with their money and look all the bullshit they're pulling. This is the next French Revolution.
And I must say that the French still have a lower retirement age that we Spaniards do, and we
Yeah.
still haven't done
Mhm.
shit. So yeah, it's actually a
All I got,
Spaniards war.
all I gotta say is that it's not a revolution until the guillotines come out.
Yes,
Yeah. Well,
Mademoiselle la guillotine, s'il vous plaît.
have we seen Macron say, "Let them eat cake"?
Well, he
Yeah,
said I
I
want
want to
to. I
see
want.
Macron march to the guillotine.
He did say he. I think he had a equivalent of that when he said "Je vais emmerder les non vaccinés," which roughly translated to "I want to fuck with the unvaccinated." Because somebody
Hmm.
asked him like, what you are doing with the vaccination passport is actually going to be a nuisance. Like it's gonna fuck with a lot of people, and he was like, well, I don't really want that except for the unvaccinated. Yeah, I don't mind fucking with the unvaccinated, and that actually caused like a kind of a ruckus. Like the French didn't like that at all.
Mm. No, he's doing a damn fine job in pissing his own people.
This is basically French Trudeau or French Pedro Sanchez because our own Pedro Sanchez, dude, like,
I mean, they're all little leftards. So
I think Britain, like, I think Spain is actually selling stuff to Britain, like embassies and power plants and shit, because our oh, fuck, how do you say that? Our external debt is so big, and we're not able to pay it. So we're basically selling our own countries to other countries.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I don't know why I'm
nice.
saying this, because of all the fuck ups that our president did, our prime minister did. I think the stupidity and arrogance of our own prime minister dwarfs that of those of Macron and Trudeau's. Holy shit, is he stupid and arrogant?
That's already a lot. Speaks volumes if you
That is,
compare.
dude. He's not famous because nobody cares about Spain. But if they did, and they knew what this fucking creature is doing, war, bro, you would be amazed.
They don't care. They're more interested in the Barca Real Madrid match.
Yeah, basically that describes Spain to a T. That's why Torrente is popular here. That's why
Uh,
Torrente is the soul of Spain.
it's similar to
Mm.
what is happening in Argentina because Argentina won the
Yes.
FIFA World Cup, but the fucking
Mhm.
economy is in the shithole.
The dollar is almost at 500, so I'm trying
Yeah,
to
I saw that
I'm
the other
trying
day.
I'm trying
Yeah,
to
you,
get
you go
I'm
there.
trying to get my shit, and I'm gonna live like a fucking king.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
was
go there
thinking the
with your
same
I'm
thing.
American
I'm
dollars.
going I'm going to make Diego Peretti my little basic bitch,
Do you know?
my little trophy guy.
Yes, you know who is single right now and needs money, right?
I know who it is, but I suspect that the reason is not what you think it is.
No. What do you think it
He's gonna
is?
he's gonna crawl. He's Pablo Arcadia.
Yeah, yeah. What do you think? What will happen?
Because you were telling me that something was going on with his wife, and I said that, oh, maybe she's having some issues after having the baby.
Okay.
So I feel like that's the problem, unless he said something.
Mm, I'm gonna keep a watch because I follow him. So uh, I heard he's gonna have a couple of streams next week because the Saint Seiya movie's coming out and he's gonna have the voice actors. So maybe he's gonna leak something.
because because to be honest, I think the whole Pablo Arcadia thing is probably like maybe his wife is having like postpartum depression or something like that, and she's getting treatment, and he's giving her some space. And like I was telling before, I wouldn't be. I don't think I don't really see it in her to do something really fucked up, like cheat on him and then try to pass the baby off as his.
Anything can happen.
But we all know that my heart belongs to Diego Peretti and his monstrous nose that I want to leave me breathless.
So that's the
And
reason why you also pick Canal is because of the nose.
yes, his nose
That's a typical
and
male nose.
other parts of impressive size,
His
shall say.
That are equally protruding and prominent.
his
I
adipose
know.
tissue.
I
Hmm?
like to call it my gladiator armor. You jest that this shit is gonna keep me alive in the arena when everything collapses and we're forced to fight for the entertainment of our globalist overlords. This
Mm-hmm.
is gonna protect my innards from stabbing.
I don't know. I have been playing this Hokuto no Ken game, and being fat doesn't help you.
I don't
Well, it
know.
will. It will help me. Okay.
Also, Canales and I
Fuck
are
you.
planning on
Good.
birthing like the next like golden horde, because now my plan is I want to birth him a son, and then we have the son marry the daughter of like Mapuche warriors, and then we
We
become
take over the
ingratiated with
world.
the Mapuches.
We take over the world through sheer brutality,
Mm-hmm.
and we establish a Mapuche Basque German empire worldwide.
Interesting. And you're gonna appeal to midnight idea of setting up the Rancho Canales here in Mexico.
Oh yeah, no, it's shit. Yeah, I need to find as just like to find time and the space to do that because I really want to build a crocodile ranch with midnight somewhere in Mexico.
But
Because you guys you have crocodiles down there, right? They're not alligators.
Yeah, in Chiapas, there's a shit ton of them.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
but yeah, of course. But yeah, here's our last thing, because because Disney has fallen so far off. I I just only cling on to Disney for the past.
I mean,
Like
it's damn obvious that Disney is trying to do everything in their power to piss off the Santis.
I just wish they could like unfreeze Walt and have him clean out these fucking fag rats.
They need to do like in Robot Chicken and implant his head on a giant robot body so he can go in a rampage.
Yeah.
Disney.
Like in the Wolfenstein games, that Hitler head is in a robot.
Yes. And then we
Yeah.
need like Hitler's head on a robot brain, or make it like Walt Disney's head on a robot brain on a robot body with
Robot
like
body.
two Gatling guns.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
'Cause-
also, I recall that in the last days of his life, Disney became Republican.
Yeah.
I think it was
I
because
thought he
of
was always Republican.
I think he had a thing with communists, didn't he?
Yeah.
Against communists.
He did not like.
Yeah, I
Yep,
think he had
against
problems with communists in the company, so he like went full
Yeah.
right wing.
Yeah, because I think they wanted to have a union, and he doesn't want it.
Yeah, some shit like that. I remember that happened to Elia Kazan. You guys know who Elia Kazan was, right?
The name rings a bell.
Oh, it's a 1950s, an old
Was he like
school.
a producer or something?
Yeah, he was director. He directed La Ley del Silencio. I don't remember the title in English, but this Marlon Brando movie about dog workers and organized crime.
Oh, on the
pretty good.
waterfront.
On the waterfront, that's it. Yeah,
On the waterfront.
on the waterfront. He was the director. He was also a playwright, and he had a theater company somewhere in LA. And he was a communist, right? He was a communist sympathizer until his
Mhm.
communist friends told him, "Well, your theater company belongs to the collective now, and you're not in charge. We're gonna vote on every decision. This is gonna be run like some bullshit communist cooperative, and you will have no say because you're not above us. You're just a capitalist oppressor." So
You're equal.
he went full on. He went full on Adolf, and he ratted them all to the FBI. And I
No.
say, good for you, Elia. It's never too late to go back to the straight and narrow path.
It was around the age Huber was the FBI director.
I think that was in the 1930s. I don't know. I'm dumb Spaniard. I don't know so much about American history. About you, yes. You know when Hoover was on the FBI.
What?
When was J. Edgar Hoover head of the FBI? What decade?
He was from like the 1920s to at least the 1960s or 70s.
70s, because he passed away when Nixon was president.
Yeah.
Okay.
So probably Hoover was in charge without a doubt.
Also, Hoover was a proud member of the LGBT community. Just so you know.
Yeah, he was a faggot.
Yep. He was a
He was a
cross-dresser.
famous transgender individual.
And that's the reason why he didn't mess with the mob, because the mob had files on him.
Yep. Yeah. Fuck with them widows.
Yeah, that's the reason why Lucky Luciano and the commission had deals with
You
him.
know what?
because-
If I'm forced to choose between the Guidos and the commies, I'll take the Guidos.
Fair enough. But I'm also demoralized because now they're making a live action Lilo and Stitch.
Oh yeah, no, that is.
Oh yeah, the Melton is unique.
Yeah.
They
because-
probably have they
because-
probably have a problem
because-
with the. Sorry, go ahead.
because she's a light skin. The chick they chose to play Nani in the live action Lilo and Stitch is light skinned when Nani is like dark skinned, and people are like applying
Nani's just
colorism.
Hawaiian. I barely remember this movie. I know I saw it like in passing. It's never stated that they need to be like aboriginal dark. It's just a coloring decision that they made. It doesn't have any impact on the story. They're Hawaiian. That's all it matters. But
Yeah.
they're a bunch of fucking racists, and they hate anything that looks remotely white.
Well, I hear they recasted the guy who was gonna portray David.
Portray
Who
what?
what?
There is a dude in Lilo and Stitch called David. It's the boyfriend of Nani.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, David.
The actor was recasted recently.
How does it
Why?
feel to have your career depending on what a bunch of fucking idiots say on social media? Is
Yeah,
it nice?
because apparently they found a tweet of him on social media that was problematic, and they say, "Oh, it's problematic. Recast him."
Well, the guy who voiced David, he was like Chinese and Hawaiian,
Oh, really?
I think.
Yeah, but Twitter wasn't a thing back then, or if it was, it wasn't that important. So nobody was
Uh-huh.
looking into your fucking 5-year-old tweets to see if you had made a joke about a priest, a rabbi, and a fucking ayatollah walking to a bar.
Yeah, here is the article in Pirates and Princess. Shout out to Clownfish TV.
I'm also not too happy because I guess on Amazon they're making a gender swapped dead ringers.
What?
Uh,
They're making a
They're
gender
actually
swapped.
making a Dead Ringers remake?
Yeah, but with Rachel Weisz.
What?
okay.
What?
Yeah.
What manner of fuckery is this? I will not stand for this fuckery. What?
I don't stand for this either. I don't stand for this either because I love my namesake Jeremy
Bro,
Irons.
bro,
Yeah.
I think Dead Ringers is the Jeremy Irons movie. You fuck this shit.
I have
Fuck
never
this
seen
shit.
this movie, but the screenshots I'm seeing look promising, especially the surgery kit.
Yeah, it's fucking David Cronenberg in his prime.
It's yeah. Basically it's about Jeremy Irons plays twins and they're like gynecologists, and one of them like gets like really super obsessed and had like these weird ass tools made.
It's basically two gynecologist twins, and they do a lot of drugs and alcohol, and one of them becomes obsessed with a woman who was like some kind of
Mhm.
like malformation in a
She had like
vagina.
three cervixes on top of each
Yeah,
other.
yeah, something like
Okay.
that, and that makes, because this is a David Cronenberg movie, that makes one of them go insane, and since like they're like basically telepathic twins, the other one joins him, and yeah, it ends up like really really badly. But it's a fucking David Cronenberg movie, and it's fucking brilliant, and it's brilliantly acted by Jeremy Irons, who's a great actor. He's like fucking great as both. But those the two dudes who have like girls' names, because one of them is
No,
called
but
Elliot.
one of them had the girl. One was
Yeah,
Beverly, and the other one was
Elliot. But the thing is that they call him Ellie, so they're basically Beverly and Ellie, so they sound like two girls, and it's fucking weird.
yeah. And I don't know how it's gonna work with two women.
There's gonna be Beverly and Ellie, and they will become obsessed by some guy's mutant dick.
Yep, Elliot and Beverly Mantle. Now
They're gonna.
I've seen a trailer. There's trailers playing on like Instagram and Facebook, and I think they're still going the gynecologist route.
Yeah, well, for some reason, I was not expecting them to go the two women get obsessed over a weird dick route. That would
So
have been admittedly awesome.
I'm starting to feel my nostalgia just crumbling. I mean, I had it with the live action Aladdin. I've had it with the live action Lion King.
Oh, that's
It
because you that's
wasn't as strong with the live action Beauty and the Beast, but Emma Watson totally sucked as Belle.
She cannot sing.
Um,
can she act though? She's fucking insufferable.
My main problem with the live action of Aladdin
what else?
was that
And,
Jafar didn't turn into a cobra.
And
yeah,
Gilbert Gottfried wasn't a bird.
and he wasn't actually like evil. Like with Jafar, you kind of know that he's one skeezy motherfucker.
Yep.
But the live action Jafar, he was just like this pretty boy,
Ew.
like this misunderstood emo pretty boy.
Oh, so
I'm
they're doing
only because I misunderstood.
they were doing the he's not a villain, he's just misunderstood thing again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like
I mean it
like in
worked. I mean it
Maleficent.
worked for like Loki, but
Yeah, but I
now they're
like
doing
my
it with like
villains.
all the Disney villains.
I understand like wanting to give the villains a dimension, like a human, like making you understand. But sometimes I just like my villains to be pieces of shit. And I just want to hate them. I like sometimes to be
Yeah.
able to hate my villains.
Like Joffrey from
Yeah, everybody likes to hate Joffrey
Game of
from
Thrones.
Game of Thrones, or like I don't know that the ginger guy from Ghostbusters, who also played the ginger guy from Die
Oh,
Hard.
the Dickless guy
Yeah,
from
William
Dickless.
Atherton. William Atherton was
Hmm.
so good at playing assholes. You just love to hate him. Can we have that? Anyway, this is bullshit. I think we should be like wrapping this up. Don't you think?
Yeah, I guess. I guess that's
Yeah.
it for this week.
Hero says
I
Disney
wish.
hated communism, and yes, Disney was right to
Yep.
hate communism. Hero, we all do. Fuck
Now
communism.
they love
I
it.
mean, but on the other side,
Yeah,
Disney also created the Donald Duck Hitler cartoons and the Education for Death.
but those were like anti Nazis, right? Like what I've
Yeah,
seen, it was a parody of Nazism. Like if anyone was watching that and thinking, "Wow, Disney was all for Nazis," you're a fucking idiot and don't understand humor.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right. So what's going on? Let's start with the Mega. He's been our bottom bitch for too long. Let's give him the spotlight.
What do you want to
What
say?
you got going on for the week?
I'm getting this $1,000 commission coming that is gonna have my full attention. And what else? Oh no, that's the other week. No, it's gonna be commission business this week. Nothing more, nothing else.
Canalgus, Conalorak, Conalordekaka.
Also on the or very well, as we say in English. Not much. I'm still finishing the Ace Volume 3 and Gentleman's Guild for Derek Fury. I guess we'll have it running on Kickstarter or Indiegogo. I don't know, a couple of months, weeks, perhaps. I don't know. But yeah, I will be drawing, and then I'll go to the gym and beat the shit out of someone.
Well, me, I'm gonna. Me, I'm
Did you
still
just
going
duck
to.
yourself? You ducked
Yeah,
yourself.
your dogs yourself.
You
What's
ducked
going on with
yourself.
Yes, I am Yoshi. I
Yes,
am.
you are a
I am.
floating Yoshi head.
Yep. Also, I'm working on Yoshi and other craft projects, and then I'm looking for a new place to stay
That's cool.
again. Now that I'm earning the big bucks again,
Cool.
so that's going to be my week. In fact, tomorrow I'm going to go check out a place in San Miguel again, where it was yesterday. Thank you, Hero9269 for Abel for joining us in the chat. You have the big PP, like all of us here. That's what you get when you participate in our chat. You get the big PP. And we will see you next Sunday. Same time, same place. What twisted shit will we have between now and then? Who
can tell?
knows?
Who can tell?
All right. So, everybody say your goodbyes. Bye.
Adios.
Adios.